Sometimes it's hard. There will come times when you will question everything. When you feel powerless and don't even know why. In those moments, you feel helpless and stupid. Emotionally devastated. If you are currently feeling good and everything in your life is going according to plan, don't watch this video and come back to it when you feel bad and overwhelmed. Everyone has bad times throughout their lives. When you reach adulthood, there is a 100% chance you will go through times that will bring you close to despair. There will be times when you think you can't take any more adversity. And then there will be another unexpected blow of fate. Certain periods in your life will last so long that you will be completely desperate and see no realistic way out. However, you should by no means stop then. Because if you give up and let yourself go, losing is guaranteed. I know it all too well. The feeling when you are down and the negative spiral has taken hold of you. The problem is that in these situations you are so tempted to take the easy way out and let yourself go. You feel too weak to be tough and do the right thing. But it's at these times that it's so important to take the disciplined path. Because, the worse it gets, the worse it gets. If you can't build yourself up and do exactly what you're afraid of, you set yourself up to fail time after time again. That's the burden of masculinity. If you want to be a masculine man and get all the rewards that come with it, like female attention, prestige, status, and so on, then you should be able to control your emotions and feelings. Because the whole thing is nothing more than a feeling. Nowadays, unfortunately, it has become a standard that men are way too emotional and overestimate their feelings. This is most likely the result of Western, female upbringing. Women are very emotional beings and often very close to comfort. Most women don't go out of their comfort zone often and usually also have fears and complexes that they hardly face because it is very uncomfortable to do so. Now these women raise not only the female offspring in this feminine way, but also the male offspring. Consequently, this results in disaster. I was exposed to a feminine upbringing and it massively harmed me. Those who are also mainly influenced by their mother's upbringing can roughly imagine what I mean. I don't want to go into too much detail about what is bad about it and why. In the end, everything happens for a reason and you should see the positive side of it. We have the possibility to change everything. See. Life is cyclic. If we are patient, we will get the chances we need to make exactly what we dream of out of our lives. Therefore, let us work on a solution to our problems. This starts with taking 100% responsibility for our current situation. Accept your situation without whining or feeling bad about it. It is absolutely okay the way it is. Say to yourself, I am exactly where I need to be. When you have done that and no longer feel bad, angry, envious of others who are better off, you are ready for action. You can now take the steps that will allow you to massively improve your life in the long run. To do this, however, it is of absolute importance to be at peace with yourself and all the people in your life. Because then these steps will be easy for you and you will enter a flow. That's the reason why it's so important to master your emotions. Because hatred, anger, fear, guilt, envy, inferiority are all low emotional states. They can cost you so many positive manifestations and beautiful events in your life. I'm not saying you should never feel these emotions again or avoid them. By becoming the master of these emotions, I mean that you don't want to let them control you. You want to accept them for what they are. Just emotions. Nothing more and nothing less. Feel them when they are there. But by no means act on the basis of your bad emotions. Do not give them any power over you. Observe them and give them as little value as possible. If you do this, you will see how quickly they fall into nothingness. Moreover, you will be able to lessen the frequency of these emotions. Because if you just let them happen and don't feed them with your actions, they will become less and less necessary. Your subconscious mind will understand that these emotions are no longer needed, since you no longer take actions based on them. Thus, you can eventually reduce them to a minimum. And the best is yet to come. Now you have room for beautiful emotions that promote you. Enjoy them when you experience them. Be grateful for them. However, don't make the mistake of being sad or even angry when you don't feel good anymore. Nothing in life is constant. So neither are pleasant emotions or good periods of life. That is absolutely okay and no reason to become negative. Because good times will come again. And the bad times will make those good times even sweeter. A wise man said, "The desire for permanence in every area of life is the cause of human misery." However, there is no such thing as permanence on this earth. This is wonderful news. Therefore, the bad things will never last. There is always the possibility of change. So start today. Start making decisions today. It doesn't matter what kind of decisions. If they are bad ones, you will figure it out and be able to make better ones in the future. Don't be afraid of failure. Every successful person has failed thousands of times. The difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is solely attitude. How he deals with failure. Failure can make you depressed or inspire you to do even better. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skill. You can improve everywhere. Even in the things where it seems hopeless. You just need the right attitude and patience. Because sometimes it will take a long time until you will see results. Then trust and patience is very important. If you reconcile these two things with consistent action, you will get along in life and find your true purpose."